Your body is like a candle burning, but getting shorter by the day. You can feel it in your energy, your desire, that firmness that used to come effortlessly and now leaves you waiting. And the worst part, everyone tells you it's normal, that it's just your age. But I'm here to tell you the truth. That's a lie. What's dimming your fire isn't time. It's what you eat, what you ignore, what you let into your body without even realizing it. A woman can sense your decline without even touching you. She can feel whether there's life in you, or if all you're offering is a shadow of who you once were. And she won't tell you. She'll just walk away, because desire isn't something you negotiate. It's something you spark or lose. Today we're going to change that. One by one, I'll reveal the 7 ingredients that not only transform your intimate health, but restore your vitality, your scent, your essence. And just so you know, the last one is so simple, most people don't believe it, but if you use it with intention, it can change your life. I'm Celia, and this space isn't for men who've given up. It's for mature men like you, ready to awaken the power still alive inside them. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear no one else dares to say. Number 1, Andean maca, the ancient secret that awakens your desire without forcing it. There's something you don't dare to admit, but you feel it every morning. Your body just doesn't respond the way it used to. You wake up without hunger, physical or intimate, and the most dangerous part isn't that. What's truly alarming is that you're getting used to it. You tell yourself it's normal, that at your age you can't expect much more. But let me speak with the full clarity of feminine desire. It's not normal. It's a sign that your masculine energy is asleep. And maca, even if it looks like nothing more than a bland dark powder, could be the beginning of your return. In the Peruvian Andes, men who worked the land at over 13,000 feet didn't snack on protein bars or drink processed shakes. They ate maca, a small root with an earthy taste, but an inner power that science is only beginning to understand. They knew that if you wanted to survive the cold, carry life's weight, and still desire your woman with your whole body, you needed more than muscle. You needed hormonal balance. And maca gave them that. What maca does in your body isn't immediate. It's not a jolt of artificial energy like an energy drink or a blue pill. It's a root that works from your deepest core, regulating your natural testosterone production, balancing your cortisol, awakening your libido, not through urgency, but through vitality. And this is where many treatments fail. They try to excite you without understanding that desire isn't just physical. It's the result of inner balance. Modern studies, even from Western universities, are starting to back up what Andean wisdom has always known. Maca improves sperm quality, mobility, physical endurance, and even boosts the mood of older men who haven't felt real vitality in years. But here's what matters most. When your body starts producing more testosterone naturally, everything changes. Your scent, your voice, your decisiveness, your gaze. Because a man who regains his hormonal center becomes magnetic, without even trying. I invite you to try it with intention. 1 teaspoon a day, dissolved in warm water or an unsweetened plant-based drink. Don't expect miracles in 2 days. But if you give it time, if you respect its process, you'll notice something you haven't felt in years. A slow but real awakening, a sense of returning to your body with presence, with fire, with hunger. Because desire, my dear, isn't lost with age, it's lost through disconnection. And this root, if taken with respect, can give you back much more than energy. It can restore your certainty that you still can. And believe me, she'll feel it, even if she doesn't say a word. But be careful, because if maca reignites your fire, the next ingredient gives it direction. And if you misuse it, you might burn instead of ignite. I'll see you there. This is just the beginning. Number 2, fresh ginger, the inner fire that clears your arteries and elevates your power. In the 17th century, during the spice route that connected Asia and Europe, the wisest sailors didn't just carry cinnamon and cloves to trade. They carried ginger, not as a luxury, but as medicine. Because after weeks at sea, with little movement, rationed food and cold nights, the body would stiffen from the inside. The veins would slow down, and with them, so would desire. Ginger was that inner fire that brought back circulation, warmth, and life. And they didn't just drink it as tea. They chewed it raw before docking, as if they knew that this spicy root was the difference between arriving as a worn-out man or one who could still conquer. Today, centuries later, science has finally named what those sailors felt. Ginger contains gingerol, a bioactive compound that stimulates blood flow, reduces inflammation, and improves vascular sensitivity. In other words, it lubricates the internal pathways where your energy flows, and that, though not often spoken aloud, directly affects the quality of your erection, your heart rate, your digestion, and yes, your taste. Because a body that doesn't circulate becomes stagnant, and where there's stagnation, there's no real desire, only tension, only effort. Eastern philosophy, especially traditional Chinese medicine, considers ginger an activator of yang, the masculine energy. Not in the superficial sense of arousal, but as a vital force that warms, moves, penetrates, transforms. If your body has grown cold, slow, scattered, your yang is likely weakened, and you won't restore it with more work or more screens. You'll bring it back by lighting your inner fire. Slowly, from within. And ginger, when taken fresh, is a powerful start. There are men who've spent years with swollen legs, sluggish digestion, cold hands, never suspecting that all of it is tied to their lack of firmness. And no one tells them. No one connects the dots. They just feel more tired, more indifferent, more invisible. And then, when a woman doesn't respond with desire, they think it's her fault. But it's not. It's that your body is shut down, and she can feel it. Make an infusion with freshly grated ginger in hot water. Don't use old powder or industrial tea bags. Use living root. Let it boil. Inhale its aroma before drinking. Let it clear your internal channels. You'll feel the warmth in your chest, your lower back, your core. This isn't just a spice. It's a key. And if you use it with awareness, you'll notice something in you start to move again, as if the blood that had been asleep finally remembered its path. Because a man with good circulation also has strong presence. His skin glows, his breath improves, and his desire becomes organic, not forced. And that, my dear, is something no woman overlooks. But if ginger activates, what comes next purifies. Because it's not enough to ignite the fire. You need to clear the ground where that fire will grow. And the next ingredient, though sweet to the eye, carries the force of a storm. I'll see you there. This is just beginning. Number 3, red pomegranate, the fruit that purifies your essence and strengthens your firmness. Today, I want you to do something different. I'm not asking you to change your diet or get obsessed with recipes. Just one action. Take a red pomegranate, cut it slowly, and pull out the seeds with your fingers. Don't rush, don't use a spoon. Do it like a ritual. Watch how the juice stains your hands, how each seed comes out like a gem. Then chew those seeds slowly, one by one, without swallowing right away. And as you do, ask yourself this: what have I let build up in my body that needs to be released? This little exercise isn't symbolic, it's biochemical. Pomegranate contains punicalagins, powerful antioxidants that clean the walls of your arteries and regenerate damaged cells. Its effects aren't just seen in your blood, but also in your intimate essence. Studies show that regular consumption improves the quality of male fluid and balances the pH of your entire urogenital system. What does that mean? That a woman perceives your presence more pleasantly, that there's no instinctive rejection, that her body begins to open up on its own. Sufi tradition said each pomegranate seed is a doorway to the soul, that if you eat a whole pomegranate in silence, your heart aligns with truth. I don't know if that's literal, but I do know there's something deeply spiritual in cleansing yourself with what the earth offers. Because a man who purifies himself becomes chosen again, without asking, without speaking, just by his scent, by his energy. If this kind of content is stirring something inside you, I want to know. Tell me in the comments where you're watching this from. And if something we've shared so far made you stop and think, hit like. That way, I'll know there are real men on the other side, men who don't just listen, but take action. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, because what's coming next goes even deeper. You're not here by accident. Pomegranate isn't just a fruit, it's a mirror. It shows you what you've ignored, what your body is still trying to release, and what a woman can feel long before you ever speak. Because feminine desire doesn't respond to words, it responds to the inner scent of a clean man, and that cleansing starts today. Number 4, turmeric with pepper, the golden blend that stops decline at its root. In Ayurvedic medicine, they say an inflamed body is a body that has forgotten how to love. It might sound dramatic, but there's a deeper truth than you might think. Chronic inflammation doesn't show at first. It doesn't hurt. It's invisible, but it acts like a silent smoke that slowly snuffs out your inner fire without you realizing it. And the first thing it consumes is your desire, your energy, your ability to feel alive. Now listen closely. A study published in one of the most respected medical journals revealed that low-grade inflammation directly impacts testosterone levels, vascular function, and sperm quality in men over 50. Do you see? It's not just fatigue. It's not that you're just getting older. It's that your body is burning up inside, and not in the way it should. And this is where an ancient blend comes in, turmeric with black pepper. 2 humble ingredients, but with silent power. Turmeric on its own is potent, yes. But when combined with pepper, its active compound, curcumin, becomes up to 20 times more bioavailable. What does that mean? It enters your bloodstream, it cleans, it de-inflames, it restores lost balance. And when that happens, you feel it in your digestion, your muscles, your mental clarity, and yes, in the way your body responds. Because an inflamed body doesn't flow, doesn't vibrate, it just resists. Do this tonight. Take some warm, unsweetened plant milk. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and a pinch of ground black pepper. Stir gently, drink it slowly. Not like you're taking medicine, but like you're receiving a remedy the modern world has forgotten. And as you drink, ask yourself, what have I allowed to burn inside me the wrong way? What unspoken wounds are inflaming my body in silence? Because inflammation isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's that unexpressed anger, that built-up anxiety, that pride that won't say, I need help. And when you clear that, something in you starts to breathe again, starts to feel, starts to desire, not like before, better, with more presence, with more intention. A man who calms the inflammation in his body, calms the inflammation in his shadow. And when the shadow no longer rules, what emerges is firm, clear, desirable energy. He doesn't need to shout, doesn't need to prove anything. He just walks into a room, and it's felt, because he's clean on the inside. And that, my dear, that can't be faked. Number 5, pumpkin seeds, the forgotten treasure that protects your prostate and awakens your virility. There's a part of your body you rarely mention, yet it quietly holds one of the keys to your desire, the prostate. That small, deep organ most men only think about when it starts to fail. But what no one tells you is that its health is deeply connected to your firmness, your physical pleasure, and your entire masculine energy. And this is where pumpkin seeds come in, one of the oldest, most underrated natural remedies in the modern man's world. In traditional Eastern European cultures, it was seen as a wise habit for older men to eat handfuls of these seeds every day. Not for trends or appearances. They did it out of respect for their virility. They knew pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, an essential mineral for testosterone production and prostate health. They didn't need lab tests to prove it. They knew because they felt it in their bodies. More desire, more control, more power. Today, science backs this up with precision. Zinc has a direct role in preventing benign prostatic hyperplasia, that condition that weakens your urinary flow, makes your erection less reliable, and causes your body to slowly shut down without warning. But there's more. These seeds contain phytosterols, which reduce internal inflammation in the reproductive system, and essential fatty acids that nourish cellular membranes, including those that make up your male fluid. Seneca once wrote, It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And that hits even harder when we talk about male intimate health. How many years have you delayed the essential? How many warnings has your body given you, and you chose to ignore them? The prostate doesn't scream. It whispers. It signals through changes in urination, lower body tension, slower response during intimacy. And if you don't listen, it shuts down, like everything else you neglect. Here's what to do. Get raw, unsalted, untoasted pumpkin seeds. Eat a small handful each day. Don't chew them in a rush. Chew them with intention, knowing you're feeding the root of your masculine power. You can take them with a bit of warm lemon water in the morning or as part of a simple salad. The method doesn't matter, the commitment does. From the Taoist perspective, the prostate is linked to your sexual energy center. It's like an inner cave where your fire is stored. If that cave grows cold, everything else dims. But if it's nourished, kept clean and strong, the energy it generates doesn't fade. It expands. It gives you presence, voice, magnetism. And the best part is, you don't need expensive supplements or invasive treatments. Sometimes a tiny seed is all it takes to remind you that true power isn't in the big things. It's in what you do consistently. A man who protects his prostate is doing more than caring for his health. He's protecting his legacy, his fire, his capacity to give and receive pleasure without fear, without shame, without excuses. Because when your foundation is strong, everything else falls into place. And in that balance, my dear, is where true virility blooms. Number 6, black garlic, the dark ferment, that cleanses your blood and sharpens your intimate energy. Some ingredients don't appeal to the eyes, but go straight to the soul. Black garlic is one of them. Its dark color, soft texture, and bittersweet flavor don't make it exactly enticing. But that very strangeness hides a power few men know, and even fewer dare to explore. Because this garlic isn't like the regular kind. It's a transformed food. Garlic that has gone through a slow fermentation process with gentle heat and controlled darkness. And in that darkness, its true strength awakens. At 50, 60, 70 years old, what drains your masculine energy the most isn't lack of desire. It's the weight of accumulated toxins, repressed emotions, thick blood, stagnant energy. Your body doesn't respond the same, not because it's old, but because it's clogged. Not on the outside, on the inside. Black garlic, with its load of antioxidant and sulfur-rich compounds, can cleanse your circulatory system, thin your blood, lower oxidized cholesterol, and most importantly, free up that vital flow that nourishes your intimate core. And it's not just science that says so. In Japan, where black garlic has been used for decades as preventive medicine, it's seen as an elixir of masculine longevity. And that's no coincidence. Studies show its high content of S-allyl cysteine, a compound not found in raw garlic, improves arterial elasticity, protects cells from oxidative stress, and supports the natural production of nitric oxide. Do you know what that means? It means your body can once again have firm, lasting erections without effort, because clean flow, a strong heart, and fluid blood are the real foundations of potency. Now, I want you to picture this. Every time you consume black garlic, it's like clearing the path your desire travels through, like sweeping away the invisible blockages you've allowed for years. Excess sugar, processed food, emotional tension, all of it leaves traces in your blood. And your blood, my dear, is everything. Because a man with clean blood has strong energy, he has presence, he has voice. Do this for 7 nights in a row. Before bed, take 1 clove of black garlic and chew it slowly without mixing it with anything. Let its dark, dense flavor enter your body like something returning home. Don't reject it, don't judge it. Receive it as a medicine from the earth, here to give you back something you thought was lost. And as you do, breathe deeply. Feel it move down, feel it enter, feel it transform. The philosopher Heraclitus said, "A man's character is his destiny." And if that's true, then your intimate health is also a reflection of your character. of how you choose to care for yourself, of what you're willing to transform, because there's no true desire in a dirty body, no real pleasure in heavy blood. But when you cleanse from the core, everything in you becomes clearer, more alive, more powerful. And the most beautiful part is this: black garlic doesn't just transform your blood, it transforms your scent, your breath, your essence, and a woman notices. She might not know why, but something in her body tells her you're different, that you're awake, that you're ready. And in that silence, true attraction begins. Number 7, warm water with lemon on an empty stomach, the daily ritual that rekindles your inner fire at dawn. Most men who've lost their energy didn't notice it at first. It wasn't a single day. It wasn't a sudden fall. It was a slow, silent unraveling, like a thread coming loose without you even realizing. And by the time you look back, the desire is gone. The firmness has faded, your mental clarity feels clouded, and everything feels heavier, colder, farther away. But you're not broken, you're just overloaded. And every overloaded body needs a purge, a cleansing, a rebirth. In Ayurvedic medicine, the same tradition that has supported male vitality for generations without pharmaceuticals or empty promises, warm water with lemon in the morning is more than a drink. It's an act of will, a reset for the digestive fire, known in that tradition as Agni. And when Agni is weak, the body doesn't transform, it doesn't digest, it doesn't wake up, it doesn't desire. What you're doing when you drink warm lemon water at dawn is reminding your body that the day begins with you, that you decide how energy enters. Not stress, not your phone, not a heavy coffee. You. What's surprising is that this simple practice is also backed by modern science. Lemon activates liver enzymes, temporarily alkalizes the body, and stimulates intestinal movement. In other words, it wakes your system from within, purifies your blood, eases digestion, and improves nutrient absorption. And you know what else? It helps reduce that silent acidity many men carry for years. The kind that doesn't just affect your stomach, but also the quality of your fluids, your breath, your mood. Stoicism taught us to master what's within our control, and that first sip of the day is. Epictetus said no man is free who is not master of himself, and mastery begins with small acts, repeated with intention, like this one. Don't underestimate it. Warm water with lemon isn't a miracle cure. It's a symbol, a gesture of respect toward your body, a way of saying, I'm awake, I'm here, I'm not giving up on myself. Try it for 1 week. As soon as you wake up, before speaking, before checking your phone, before even thinking about the rest of the day, prepare that glass of warm water, squeeze in half a lemon, and drink it standing in silence. Not because it's trendy, not out of obligation. Do it for you, for what still lives in you, for the man you can become again if you give yourself space to cleanse from the root. Because true masculine energy isn't something you buy, it's something you cultivate. And it can only flourish in a body that's respected from the very first minutes of the day. You may not be able to stop time, but you can choose what kind of water you'll use to fuel your fire each morning, and that choice changes everything. If you've made it this far, you're not just any man, because not everyone stays when they're spoken to with truth. When they're shown that their lack of desire isn't a biological curse, it's the result of neglect. And facing that truth is uncomfortable. It hurts. Most would rather look away, but not you. You stayed. And that, even if you don't say a word, speaks louder than anything else. Today, I shared 7 ingredients with you. They're not magic, but they are deeply transformative. Each one acts like a key. One awakens, another cleanses, another protects. And together, they can give you back something you may have thought was gone. Your fire, your strength, your energy. But here's the part no one tells you. None of this works unless you make it yours. Because food won't transform a man who doesn't respect himself, and neither will a woman. Choose one phrase, write it below. Let it echo from this conversation. Just 3 words. My body is wise, and tell me where in the world you're watching from, not for statistics, but because this channel, House of Wisdom, wasn't made to entertain. It was made to help you remember, to help you understand that you're not finished. You've just been neglected, that you didn't lose your desire, you left it on pause. And if you truly want to become a man who is desired, strong, and fully present, you have to start by cleansing yourself from within. I'm Celia, and I'm here to tell you what no one else dares to say, so you can feel proud again of your scent, your taste, your energy, so you can choose to live with respect, not resignation. Subscribe now, not because I'm asking, do it for you. Because here, we don't talk about the superficial, we talk about what matters. And if you know another man who's quietly burning out, share this video with him. He may not say it out loud, but he needs it. And you might be the turning point that reminds him he can still come back to life. And don't close this video just yet. This isn't the end of the conversation. Look at the 2 videos on your screen. One will show you how your masculine energy may be leaking without you realizing it. The other will teach you how to read the silent signals of a woman, the ones she never says but always shows. Choose the one that calls to you most, but don't disappear, because your transformation, my dear, is just beginning.